My mouth is dry.
For today's cup of coffee.
My throat is dry.
Youngest kid and I were discussing it. It's like, I asked him, I said, what does the term podcast mean? And because when somebody, it's like, okay, what is a pod? If somebody says that, ask me what a pod is, I'm going to tell them it's either a vegetable outer thing or it's a, it's like a jail housing unit is what it is. Those were pods.
Or it's like one of those
group of whales.
Sci-fi thing.
Pod people, yeah. Well, that's still in the vegetable family.
No, it comes from iPod and then broadcast.
Right.
So, like, you're broadcasting over an iPod.
Right. So that was just the term that stuck.
R.I.P. iPods. How dare you, Apple? How dare you, Apple? Not Bill Gates. Oh, God, what's his name?
I don't know.
Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. Who was the founder of Apple?
I can't think of it right now.
Apple has 3 founders.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, yeah. He was the good guy. Wasn't he the one that died?
R.I.P. still Steve Jobs.
Yeah, I think he was supposed to be a really good guy.
He wasn't that great of a guy, but like he was a brilliant guy.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So anyhow, there were some people
he'd be upset at the fact that Apple has become what it is.
Well, I think I'm sure that is so. I think there's quite a few founders of some of this technology that are upset at how it's being used today. But we have new people and we have people that just drop by randomly to this channel, and I think some of them don't understand that this is podcast style.
If any of you have an iPod G3, can I buy it off of you? I will give you $50 for it. I will sell you my left kidney.
No, your kidney's worth at least $75. Anyhow.
I mean, that's worth an iPod. That's an iPod worth.
You'd have to find out if it was compatible or not. Or if they just wanted to keep it in a jar. That's totally different.
I mean, I don't care what they do with it. Just give me an iPod.
But anyhow, like I said, we had someone...
don't give me an iPod Touch. Give me an iPod Classic.
That had stopped by one of our... It was pretty far back on videos on BitChute. And that they apparently didn't understand podcast style. As opposed to like live stream or something like that. Now, I couldn't do this live stream. I really don't think I could.
Oh, the hell you said you could.
Could we?
You did radio. You could do live stream.
But it's different when you're doing live
the radio's the same damn thing as live streaming.
No, because then
it is, because you're live streaming. You were basically live streaming back then to people over the air.
Yes, but it wasn't that you didn't have this column as far as chat and stuff like that.
You ignore the chat.
So
you can ignore the chat.
Well, I wouldn't want to ignore the chat. I would want to interact with the peoples. If we did live streaming or something like that.
So then do so.
I would like to see it.
Help us get to 1,000 followers.
I like podcast style. I really do. I like radio. I really did. So this is an extension of that. So this is like having... It's a legal pirate radio.
Don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe.
I don't even know that any of it. I like our little skeleton crew. I do.
Share this. Help us.
Pray for us is what it is always. Pray for these people also.
Get us out there in the world.
I don't know. No. No. Anyhow, this one has nothing to do with anything we've been talking about.
Big ass podcast companies, sign us up.
That sells coffee. We can help you sell coffee.
I'll sell
this
coffee.
Is from
coffee.
This is from Mysterious Universe again. I told you, Paul Seaburn, he had either found some really good articles.
He found Jesus.
Or, well, I would hope he found Jesus. If he doesn't, I hope he does. But these were fun, and this was July 21st of 2022, and the link will be in the description box. Car crash with a UFO? There's auto insurance coverage for that. I thought that, I'm like, for real? And yes, this is for real.
Oh, I
for
would
real.
love that insurance.
With the number of UFO sightings
Give us that insurance.
going up across the country, and the confirmation by the U.S. government that there are some flying things in our skies that we can't explain, it should come as no surprise that many people are worried about what might happen if their car gets hit by a crashing or low-flying unidentified aerial phenomenon. There are already insurance firms offering alien abduction coverage. Did you know that? Did you know that? But what if your car is abducted too? Is this covered under normal theft? What about collision? Is it an act of God if you get hit by an extraterrestrial's vehicle? Believe it or not, there are insurance firms getting UFO damage policies ready to sell.
What if it gets fried?
Well, it depends
by the
on
radiation from the UFO.
That's still under the, I'd say that's under the UFO damage. And advice comes from Automoblog, which says, quote,
I'm too tired for this.
Whether you live in Washington State, which has the highest number of reported UFO sightings per capita, according to the National UFO Reporting Center, or Washington, D.C., which has the lowest, it's important to make sure your vehicle is covered from any otherworldly damage, end quote. And Automoblog is an automotive industry, technology, and lifestyle publication that helps readers understand more about cars and driving. And this includes understanding what to do if your vehicle is struck by a UFO. As an example,
it just gets dinged.
Automoblog refers to a UFO sighting in March 2019 in Tennessee when 5 individuals reported seeing a fireball and other odd lights in the night sky. This is a common occurrence now that Starlink has blanketed the skies with satellites. Isn't that Elon Musk? Isn't that Starlink?
I think that's Grimes.
So Automoblog ponders what might be covered by insurance if one of these objects, either unidentified or identified, hit your car. Instead of this hypothetical, they could have used a real auto UFO collision. At 1:40 a.m. on August the 27th of 1979, Marshall County Sheriff's Deputy Val Johnson was on State Highway 220 near Warren, Minnesota, when he claimed to have driven into a ball of white light about 8 to 12 inches in diameter, 3 to 4 feet off the ground. Johnson told the account many times and has never wavered or changed the details. He claims to have woken up a half hour later with burns around his eyes, one headlight of his 1977 Ford LTD smashed, both radio antenna bent sharply back, the clock on the dash 14 minutes slow, and the windshield showing multiple cracks which looked like they were caused by unknown inward and outward forces acting almost simultaneously.
That sounds lovely.
Was the car covered by insurance? Well, it was never repaired. The copper-colored 1977 Ford LTD is on display in its damaged condition at the Settlers Square Historical Museum in Warren. That would be good. I would like to see that.
Yeah.
However, Automoblog says that if the department or the sheriff wanted it repaired, quote, if you had comprehensive coverage, you could continue to marvel at the event, secure in the knowledge that your damages were covered, end quote. What a marketing strategy. That was great. That's right. Automoblog says standard comprehensive covers UFO collisions like the one allegedly suffered by Deputy Val Johnson. What Johnson hit was never identified, but it had to have been otherworldly. The damage was in a straight line 1 foot wide. It just rolled across the
It just steamrolled the motherfucker.
And Automoblog points out that the comprehensive
Poor
coverage...
bastard got steamrolled by a damn UFO. He got steamrolled by a damn TV dish.
Oh, God. The comprehensive coverage will also pay in the event your vehicle is hit by a piece of the ever-growing collection of human-made space debris orbiting the Earth. However, this is only if you're driving. It doesn't say what is covered if your parked car is hit by the space junk. It also doesn't have any information on what is covered if your vehicle is abducted or stolen by aliens. For that,
why would the aliens want your car?
For that, whose
car got abducted by aliens?
I don't know. For that, you have to contact the St. Lawrence Insurance Company in Altamonte Springs, Florida. I probably butchered that as close as I can get right now. And the advertising slogan for St. Lawrence Insurance Company's website is $10 million alien abduction insurance. Don't leave Earth without it. And is the owner, Michael St. Lawrence, says he has sold over 7,000 of these policies at $24.95 each, $29.95 for a printed copy, and has paid out 2 claims. The policy.
How good is this policy, though?
The policy clearly states that, quote, you have to come back with the signature of an authorized onboard alien, end quote, in order to make a claim. But St. Lawrence has made 2 exceptions. In one, the policyholder provided a statement from somewhere at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology stating that he had a chip implanted in him of non-earthly origin. In the other, the policyholder brought a black Polaroid photo that he claimed was from the inside of the spaceship. On the margin of the photo was written, "Sorry, but the lighting was really bad inside the UFO."
Oh my god.
Oh, you've got to have fun with it. Why not have fun with this shit? Before you bring up your favorite photo editing app and start working on a picture and a note from an alien, it's important to point out that the $10 million was not paid out in full. The policy states that checks will be issued for $1 a year for 10 million years. In a recent interview, St. Lawrence tongue-in-cheekly mentioned that his claims department is headed by Mr. McLean. However, he himself worked at a real insurance company for a while and has an interest in UFOs. He thinks, quote, it's a quantum physics situation that's what's going on. I don't know, it's weird. That's why, in most cases, there's no tangible evidence to prove the UFO thing, end quote. In other words, it's sort of an interdimensional thing.
Yeah.
So, now that you know how to get insurance coverage in the event you hit a UFO with your car or you're abducted by aliens. But what about if you encounter some other paranormal beings like werewolves or vampires? Good news, there's an insurance policy for you too. The Royal Falcon Hotel in Lowestoft, England, insures its staff and customers against death and disability caused by ghosts, poltergeist, and other abnormal phenomena. Getting hit by space junk is definitely a possibility these days, but there is no need to get special insurance for your car. Collision coverage appears to be sufficient. The odds are low, but if you fear that your house could be hit, check with your agent about a rider on your homeowner's policy. If you're worried about abductions, it should be obvious that St. Lawrence insurance policy is for entertainment purposes only. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, but now there have been, I mean, they're rare, but if people's houses and stuff being hit by, like, meteorites.
Uh-huh.
And something that has always been of interest to me is, like, airplanes when they're flying. And as far as the toilet debris.
Oh,
that has been known to hit places.
The fucking blue ice.
Uh-huh. Wouldn't that be horrible? That would totally be horrible.
Yeah.
That's it. Added insult to injury. Yeah. So, I don't know that it's a bad
Chicken
thing.
Little, frozen pea flying from an airplane.
I don't know that it would be a bad thing to check with your insurance, company and find out, hey, what if... Yeah. You never know. It never hurts to ask. It never hurts to ask. Where am I covered if this happens? Now, as far
Would my
as
ass be saved?
the automobile thing, to have to be driving, and that's like hail damage. Is that covered or not?
Yeah.
So I just thought it was funny as hell on that one. Different type of hell. Kid's just done.
I'm tired.
Just done. So if you've had paranormal or supernatural encounters, events with UFOs, cryptids, aliens,
Yes.
if you've got local, regional, or family myths or legends,
Uh-huh.
if you've got strange things to ask your insurance agent, send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
We are not your insurance agents.
No, we don't sell insurance. No, those people are. They have a job to do. They have. If you've ever had to make an insurance claim, that's interesting. Sheesh,
That's a pain in the ass.
it is, and they want people to give up, which is what some people do. But yeah, the email address is in the description box. And if you need prayers, know that you are always welcome to send those in. I really do hope within the next couple of days to get to the emails and stuff. It's been a rough few weeks. It really has.
Yes.
Know that you're loved. Know that we appreciate the prayers. Need more of them. Yeah.
Yes, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Look to the skies, don't get steamrolled by a damn meteorite dish.
And at this moment, as of this recording, Kid has fuchsia colored hair.
It's not gonna last long.
Do you want to show them? Do you want
Oh,
to
the
just
fuck
tip?
no.
You don't want to just
No. No. It was supposed to be red.
tip?
It's fucking pink.
It's fuchsia.
It's fucking pink.
It's got these purple highlights. It really does.
Highlights or lowlights. Get it right.
Oh. We'll see you on the next
Okay,
time.
give me a few weeks. I'll buzz cut it anyway.
Just like I
no,
said, you could just
no,
tip your head.
No.
You showed them the baby hands.
Ye-
No, it's going to tip a little bit further. There you go. It's out of focus. But that was the color of the hair.
Give me a few weeks. I was gonna buzz cut my hair anyway. It'll be fine.
Well, the carnival is in town.
Why don't I just go off with the circus? I want to be a clown. Let me go to clown school. That'll work.
Oh, God.
Too bad you got a phobia of them.
Know that you
You
all,
just want to be violent with them.
know that you all are loved and appreciated, and we'll see you on the next cup.
Bye.
Bye.